Alright. So, this is one of them. Against the Caro-Kann, I play with f4 and this weird knight f2 move. Covers g4, and most people who play the Caro-Kann have to get their bishop out. So we're trying to play against those guys. Interesting that he went here. He's happy to lose the bishop, which is interesting. So I wonder if we take and go here, I guess he's going to play g3. I feel like in the past I've been just going h3 and I enjoy those positions just fine. But now I'm thinking about maybe even taking. But as you can see, the position is already quite unique. Haven't really seen this before. Thinking about h3. Let's go for that. There he goes back. That could be clever. I'm just gonna go here. Usually I go knight h4. I'm just gonna go here. I think this knight on d3 is actually pretty decent. I'll put my bishop on b2, obviously, because I've just blocked everything there. Queen e2, bishop here, and then castle. But like I said, the position is just new. It's different. I haven't really seen these before. He wants to trade and develop his bishop. I don't feel great about doing that, like helping him out there, but I'm wondering if there's a good way to reject that. If I go here, he's probably going to go knight e4 and continue to pester me for an exchange. I'll go here. Takes. I'll bring my queen out to e2 or f3. I'll long castle, and I'll probably try to play g4. I think queen f3. It's a bit better than e2. Same idea though. And because of this h-pawn, it doesn't feel that good for him to castle. So he's probably going to go here and castle that way. And we'll castle and go for g4, maybe knight e5. But yeah, he's for sure doing this. Yeah. We can double up the pawns, but I don't think that's the move here. This knight's surprisingly useful. g7 is hanging, so he can't really play knight d5. But I know he wants to. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought this was not possible. If I take here, though, he's going to take like that. So let's start by taking this. And I think we win a pawn here. It's not it's not like winning or anything because we just won a pawn, but that's an advantage. Can't dispute that. Okay, f6, we're definitely going to be trading. This is defended. Let's play king b2, stop that. This is defended, like I said, and that's a target. So now we're going rook e1, maybe queen e4. I think rook e1 for sure, open file. I think he wants to go f5, but we'll play g5 there. Protected pass pawn. This knight, so useful. So I feel like this opening is all about just having pieces on squares that you're just not used to. King d7 we can also take. Yeah, I think we can play g5 here. Get a pass pawn going. That move looks wrong. Let's give him a check. Let's go here and then queen e5. And then knight d6 will be a pretty serious idea. And queen there. Can we go here? Hitting this, and stopping queen g7. Okay, he just doesn't even react. And no matter what he does, probably he's going to do that, but we'll just trade the queens. Yeah. Should be a very easy win. Now, obviously, we're at the 2000 range. These guys are they're playing well. They're giving good games. So, it's not going to be like, oh, these new openings, we're just winning out of the opening, like up a piece or something immediately. At the lower ratings, we honestly were, so they're very effective. But my point in these openings is you're just putting pieces on squares that are abnormal and people aren't used to them. And this knight f2 idea with it coming to d3 just throws people off. Knight on d3 is so useful. Covering all these squares that a knight would normally never cover. Like, you rarely have these squares covered by a knight. And I've literally, in this speedrun, people know, I've had games where I go knight f2 and they just play bishop g4. They play it, I've had this at least 2 or 3 times. Just a free bishop, because people just are not used to the knight there. So, I thought that game was a pretty good example of a very strong knight on d3. Alright, d4. This won't feel like a new opening, but it is ours. You know, we did come up with that move together a long time ago. The undefeated. I like to keep it simple. Double the pawns and just try to play against them. Keep it simple. I think we want to use the c5 square here. a6 to stop knight b5. It's not like a huge threat right now, but it'll be a threat soon. Bishop a4 is a threat he might forget about. It looks like I'm just kind of developing, but it's actually a big move. And knight b5, a6, knight c7, bishop a4 is also super strong. Let's take here. I guess he does have it, like, it's not winning. Yeah, we can go here quickly. Make it look like we blundered. Probably knight d5, best you could hope for, but lost. I think we can take here. Take here, take here, take here. Knight takes here. Queen g5. Yeah, that should be good. This is very simple, but this looks like it. Oh, actually, this is a good move here. That's a mistake by me. Didn't see that. I was only looking at the. Yeah, shout out to my opponent. That's a very strong move. Like, we're still up material, but we could have been up. We could have been doing it significantly better. Kept it real simple and just taken the free piece. So yeah, we're still winning, but could have been a lot more winning. Up the exchange. Always prefer to be up a piece. The only reason I did it and didn't listen to my own advice is because I assumed we were just taking here and we would be up a piece there with more pieces traded, which would be even better. But now we have to work all over again. Let's get our king up to g7. Probably h5. Yeah. Have to work so hard here. We're only up the exchange. At some point he's gonna get interested in a sacrifice, so I'm gonna try to trade that knight. Yeah, this game was probably went on for much. This game was very like easy, clean, literally a free piece in front of us, but we miscalculated, forgot about knight d5, and now we have to work. Now we have to work. Usually, I would say, yeah, opening up the H file should help me, not you. Almost all trades should be good for me, so. King e2 would be nice. I think we're good now. Okay, we did get the win. Pretty bad opening by white to just allow, yeah, basically wasting time with the queen and then the double pawns. So this is a horrendous opening. We were just taking advantage of these pawns throughout. All right, e4, e5. All right, we get to play our opening, the 3.5 knights variation. Knight g6. And anytime we get hit, happy to go all the way back. I know it doesn't look very impressive, but I'm gonna play h6, very important move. Control that square. Yeah, he goes here. In the past, I've been going back, but to be honest, in this case, he has d6, and these pawns are not good, so now that we're playing some higher rated players, I'm just gonna go ahead and take him. So yeah, you can bring the queen out, but I'm not really sure what he's planning next. Let's go a6, very useful to stop that. I figured he was gonna do this. Cover h5 for the moment. He might achieve h5, but that's not the end of the world. Our knight can retreat and cover g5 here. Bring the rook out. h5 will just bring the knight back. Like I said, heading to probably the g5 square. I assume he's going to play knight g4. Queen there. Yeah, that does work. There's no tricks with the knight, not yet. So let's do what I was saying. Cover the g5 square. He's just kind of shoving the pawns forward, but look at all of our dark square control here. Okay, he's losing this pawn. I think we just take it. This queen trade will be very, very good for us. Yeah, and we're just in a good spot here. Up a pawn. I think I'm going to bring my king in because I actually want to start bringing my rooks over here. So yeah, this bishop can return. I can actually take this pawn. But it's a lot better now that the bishop moved, so that I could try to go to c2. Just a very unpleasant position for white. But this is one of the reasons I love this opening of ours. Knight e7 to g6. I mean, it's not like never before seen, but it kind of is. Like, it's... Yeah, nobody plays this against the two knights. You just play knight f6. But I'm a big fan. All of our systems with black have to do with bringing the knight out to g6, not f6. So you can see a theme with some of our openings. It's just putting pieces on new squares where we understand the purpose of them. And for the most part, our opponents don't. Okay, e4, c5. d5. All right, well, e5 is our new move. But again, you don't really expect d5. It works. I think I might stop pre-moving it, but I'm not sure. So the point is e5, and then they play knight c6, and you pre-move c3, and they take, and you go d4. Nice pawn sack. We've had a lot of success with it. I feel like at lower elos, pre-moving is key so that they think you hung a pawn. But honestly, when you get a bit higher, enough people don't play this that I think it's probably worth not pre-moving c3 now that I think about it. Bishop takes, there was queen a4. Okay, here, I'm definitely in for it. There's a check, but I'm looking to keep the position spicy, so no worries over here. I'll have a king out there. Let's go. d4 most likely. No need to shy away from that one. Bishop e3 covers everything. Queen a4. And if I could just get that bishop out, that would be great. h5. Takes. Let's play a funny move. Let's go here. Bishop e3 next. Takes knight g2, I think wins some material here. This game is not the best example because it's a little random. But the point still stands. Just pieces on unusual squares. Like, this guy guaranteed has never had this position in his life. For sure. And it's throwing him off. So bishop takes. The queen is actually forced to go here. Do we have a trap after that? I don't think so. I mean, it's not like the position's not good, but I don't think we're trapping it. Knight e3, queen back to h4. Queen a4. It's definitely probably correct to do it. So I think this is kind of... It's not exactly going to accomplish the trap we want, but it'll be a decent move. See, he just has h4. That's the... Oh. Okay. Huh. Yeah, queen h4 was the only move, but we're up a piece, so I was happy to trade queens there. Oh, that gets the job done then. Gotta open things up. We're up so much material, it's like, at this point, pretty much any trade will be welcomed. Let's go in with the queen first, and instead of mating, mate one look for better. We'll take it. Unorthodox positions paying dividends. Alright, the undefeated. Well, it's undefeated in getting people to pre-move something that we want to see. So that's nice. So this move is actually just... We're playing like the Carl Khan now, if you think about it. Knight out. Stop this. Stop this. Just support this guy. Before we take this back, maybe we can achieve something. Yeah, this definitely feels good for us. Happy to double those pawns, by the way. He goes there, but we have knight g4. And if we have knight g4, then he'll move away. But if we take and then go knight g4, we're actually just winning that pawn. And even if he plays rook c1, we can take and go knight back to d5. So we should be in very good shape here. It looks silly to fix his pawns. It's only because we're winning it right away. Yeah, the only thing we actually did miss was that rook to c1. Even I can miss a few things here. We'll just play c6. Now, we should be in good shape here. Wish we could do this, but not quite possible. Just go like this. And I think we bring the knight back to... Oh, expect that. Okay, let's go here. I was actually thinking about doing that. Let's just go here. Knight takes, we have f5 because there's no knight f6 now. Our knight's covering it. Yeah. If the knight was anywhere else, then knight f6 would obviously be pretty nasty. But this is just a... That's just a pin. That's it. And this will force a trade of the rooks, so he's probably going to play g3. Oh, that's a good move by him, though. I'll give him some credit. We'll still do the same thing because we're going to get our rook down here by force. This will be very hard for him to react to. We can actually take this. GG. The England Gambit. I mean, people just don't expect it, so I guess maybe that's another benefit of this move, but that's not at all why I play it. I'm very ready for people to capture, but honestly, a lot of people pre-move their next move, especially D4 players, because like, what could possibly happen to me against D4 that I mind? Okay, go for E4. I'm not going to pre-move this, but I'm going to have it ready to play quickly. So this is actually the opening that we want against the Sicilian. Ooh. Let's go here, because if he takes, he loses the game. One of the most brutal games of his career, I reckon. Easily one of the most brutal games of this guy's chess.com career. I mean, hey, you see how effective it is? That's what I'm telling you. Most people against the Sicilian, if you just chuck your pawn to e5, which is ridiculous, they'll play knight there and they'll attack it. And then you play this move, hopefully quickly. That's why I usually pre-move it, so it looks like a blunder, but pretty quickly. And then it's like, who the hell's not taking a free pawn? And then you just get very quick play there. You walked right into some nice traps for us. All right, e4. We go with e5. We bring the knight out, and we're generally looking to play knight here against most things. This one, though, we have an opening named the Hambleton defense, queen f6. But don't worry, it still involves the same ideas of knight e7. And in my opinion, we're just doing very well here. Like, he can't play d4. We're just going to play d6, maybe queen g6. Immediately there's a threat already. If he plays g3, we can just take it. He's probably going to play bishop e3. Very hard to imagine he doesn't. Takes queen here. Looks like it makes a double attack, but it's very easy to defend, so... I think... Ooh, I almost might let him take. Problem with taking is the bishop stays here and covers that square, which is more annoying than you might think. So let's pause here. But as you can see, like, the opening has already... has already been a success, I think. Let's go here. I will let him take, and... either I'll go queen g6 or queen e7. h6 is useful, so... not going to be a problem to play that. All right. This is a good move if not for f4. Basing my success off this. Hey, I did mention after this would be so annoying. A3 is a fantastic move. Unfortunately, we need to trade the bishop away, but we can start with this, I think. No, let's start with this. Rook here, and then bishop e4 and f5. Very important to get that in. Yeah, f5 we can take it. Queen d4, f5. Honestly, if he goes there and I get to sack for it, I think we should be doing just fine. In the right moment, there might also be bishop takes d5 or something. But yeah, that bishop is so strong on e4 that I think this is probably just worth it. It's definitely a good move in general, because obviously I can't take it, but it opens him up to a lot here. I'm going to start with this. Start with this and then c5 most likely. Yeah, he goes here. I think we want to take and go f4. So that I just don't want him blockading on the dark squares. So I think this is right. Yeah, we have to play this one now. Would love to play c5, but I think there just wasn't any time. Queen e5 now. Threatening this, but also f3 check. Let's go here. Tough to play properly. I want to give him the d pawn and instead go for this. And then we can put the rook here. Smart by him. I have mate. Okay, now we can pre-move because our rook is safe. Just go here because we can't get stalemated, or we can't do a stalemate if I'm just moving my king. I noticed I had more time than him, so just keep it simple and flag him. He played well. Definitely very happy with the opening. I mean, this is a win every single time. Black slightly better out of the opening. That's great. I mean, really all that happened here was the pawns doubled, traded all the pieces. This bishop didn't do much on that square, and our queen is out and developed, so felt like everything was good. But I probably shouldn't have allowed this. Still, it was okay, but I think I should have gone for this. Maybe just this. Trade. It's easy. But he played it well so that we had to give up our rook. But I wasn't unhappy here. Like, d5 and trying to get c5 in. Yeah, I mean, black is just a little bit better, honestly, after g5. All right, e4, e5. Going for the Hambleton defense here. Queen f6. So when they want to go early in with knight d5, I need to play this ridiculous looking move, bishop d6. But our queen double attacks, and we're not out of the woods yet, so don't think opening is a massive success because we won the center pawn. Because we still have some work to do. And I'm definitely fine giving this pawn back. Okay, knight e7 to block this. And just trying to castle, honestly. Get me the hell out of there. Okay, so this move actually has some intentions. Sometimes this queen can get trapped. Like, just look at the move knight h4 and realize that this queen is almost trapped. So it is possible. I think we have queen f6 hitting the knight, so we should be okay for now. But an example would be like knight here, and the queen starts to run out of squares. Queen here, bishop c4. So I think we're all right, though, for now. Okay, so we're in the territory of knight h4 being very effective. So let's pause. Still, it looks like we may have answers. Let's put the knight here. Just deal with knight h4. I feel like without knight h4, I can handle this position. Okay, b3 is a good sign. We like to see that move. Probably because this one looks very freeing. Yeah, f5, bishop c4 check. Knight h4, knight g5. I don't know, I feel like a lot of us could get in trouble there. Bishop here, we have b5. Bishop here, we have c6. He does have knight takes d6, so we're not fully trapping the bishop, but he does have to consider all these things. Yep. Okay, let's start by getting this bishop away. Actually, I was thinking of that. Yeah, I think we can do it. To be honest with this. This only helps out. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh, nice move by him. Maybe we should have gone there. Shout out to old chess. I mean, we still win stuff, but maybe not as much stuff as we would have liked. Let's take it. I think I'll take with this pawn, and rook takes e5. I was actually expecting d6 to win, but there is this move. So maybe the game continues. Queen f6, knight e4, knight f3, and a1 hangs. Maybe it does win. Yeah, so one of these moves They both look good. I might actually choose e2 because I don't want to put the queen out here. A2 is hanging as well. Have to be definitely careful of stuff here, but it's nice that my queen's on this diagonal. Yeah, he goes here. I really do have to be careful. Like rook a2, I'm not quite getting stuff going. I'm gonna play a safe move. I just don't like that knight looming around the f6 square. Like that move from him. Let's play this defensive-minded move. Bishop d7 covers that, and then all of my entry squares are covered. Ooh, that's helpful. Now we're good. Goes here. I don't think there's a threat. Queen e1 should do a lot of damage here. GG. Found a nice move there with c5, but it was actually still good for us. I should have played here and then that, but I guess he would always have some kind of attempt. I think black's, yeah, just ending up better in all these positions. Oh, here's a great one, actually. And this has happened to me, not in this speedrun, but it's happened to me on my main account. So, look at this. This is what I was talking about. Okay, d3 is not fantastic. But knight h4, queen f6, knight e4. You think you're in the clear, but your queen actually gets trapped here. So there you go. We actually did get it trapped. Had he played this. But this has happened, I mean, a GM did this to me before, I remember. It's happened at least once or twice. And okay, it's not the end of the world because we can like take here and try to play two pieces for the queen, but it's bad, obviously. So castle's actually a mistake here. Instead, we need some move like h6 or a6. With a6, if you try the same thing, I actually will do it. And now I'm happy. Because now I got 3 pieces. That's actually good for black. Now knight h4 is a threat, so we would need to go here, and I guess h6 covers g5, so it doesn't exist. Wait for knight c6 and hover this. Oh, yeah, so he didn't even do it. Okay, this guy's not playing very interesting. However, queen c7 I think is a mistake for him. You don't want to have the queen on c7 in these positions where the c file opens up. We have this available. I mean, he has answers like bishop check and queen check. Still think it's not crazy. Let's go here. See how he wants to handle that. Yeah, I don't think there's an immediate way to do anything here. I think that d5 is wrong. I think we just develop. The queen will be misplaced here. Like, a nice rook c1 move should make it feel uncomfortable. Ooh. He's doing something wrong here. Let's go here to line this up. He's probably gonna play bishop there, and then I think we'll take and play d5. Open up the whole game. Yeah, no, this game is gonna get open before he's ready to handle it, basically. Ooh, d5, very tempting. Everything very tempting. Let's take first. I mean, this is just what you're supposed to do. Gotta open the position when that king is in the middle there. Take or do we take? This feels more correct. Yeah. Bishop here, knight g5 should be quite good. Castling loses immediately. So he's stuck in the center for at least another move. I think he's going to play knight there. This is the right kind of energy. Okay, it goes here. How do we keep layering on the pressure? Let's just go here. I have a feeling g6 will happen. And I don't know, I'll play queen h6 and then he can't castle at all. I don't really have a... I mean, I have a threat, but he's obviously going to play g6. And maybe you could say I don't have a threat after queen h6, but I'm threatening to make a threat. Very powerful. Yeah. He's got a castle. Past the castle. We do need like an escape square. Have to watch out for mate. We're not going to forget that. Queen c1 could be useful here. I don't think we need it. Okay. I have to be mindful of this, but we have rook e7, so I think we have mate here. And I'll just, wherever he goes, I make a check somewhere. Check. This queen will enter now. Check, 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 check. Good. We made him pay for not castling. Can't do that. But he was already in a bad spot. Sicilians with an open c file. Like, the whole point of the Sicilian is you trade the c pawn for the d pawn. In this case, you've traded c pawn for c pawn and then put your queen on the open file. That's wrong. The Sicilian is successful because of this. The queen is very well placed there. It's open for black, but not open for white. But when the queen is on an actual open file, it's just wrong. Shouldn't be there. And as a result, he had to move it again. He spent so many moves just not castling. Like, look at all the wasted time. Bishop had to go to a different square. Then knight had to be stopped. Then this move was unnecessary. And then the queen had to vacate. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4 moves that you just didn't need. And yeah, as a result, you get trapped in the middle of the board and only bad things can happen. All right. We're going to play our opening here. I wonder if we'll get our main line It looks like we will. Here we go. Queen sack. The undefeated. Never lost with it in my life. We only have 2 pieces for the queen. Very underwhelming opening, but causes more discomfort than you may imagine. Do we want to take or let him take? Let's go here. Maybe rook d6, but I'm actually going to take with the f-pawn and play c6, try to be solid, bring the rooks over here, knight e4. It can just be uncomfortable because it's easy to play this position with white and feel like you have nothing to do. You have 3 heavy pieces. Okay, so there's his first plan. He's clearly playing the move c4. No doubt in my mind. That's fine. Trying to target f2 here. It's a decent move by him. Let's just make that threat. Here, maybe we can take and come back to b6. Okay. I'm gonna play knight d6. I really like this move. Stops c4 and also stops a5 for the moment. And guards b7. Okay, I think I want to double the rooks here anyway, so happy to play that. And this knight is stopping all the breaks. There's no a5, no a5, no c4, no e4. These heavy pieces start to feel kind of useless. Bishop e3 is a threat now. Knight c4 is an even bigger threat. Yeah, I think we can just take it. Unless we can set a bigger trap, but I don't think so. Knight's guarding this. I think he's probably going to take. It's still quite manageable for him. Because this is hanging and rook f4 is happening for him. So he's going to get another trade going. I'm gonna go here, and here knight e3 does not work because of queen e6. What I want to do is I want to play h5. He can't take it because of rook h1. And if he doesn't take it, then I want to play h4, and I wanted to go for a mate here. So that was my big idea. He has this, which actually ties my pieces down. I'm quite annoyed by that. I don't have this move. h4. This is the annoying one, eh? I don't even care about this. It's rook takes c7. Rook c7 is very annoying. Well, let's go for this. I think we have to. And h4 is still alive. The dream. g6, knight. Ooh, hey. Credit to him. He had queen d8. I think he saw that. Still should have done knight g3 to make him see it, but... I like that knight on f7. Gotta go in the corner there. I was actually expecting him maybe to sack, and then I was gonna like go in the corner a la Rosentrap, but he never actually did it. Like I said, undefeated. We never lost with it. Not once in my life. Okay, let's be honest. Knight f5 I'm kind of trolling a bit. All we really need to do is play rook f6, and the game is like, it just doesn't have any targets. I'm not saying we're completely winning, but yeah, we're definitely doing well. But I was really interested in h4, knight g3, and I kept thinking like, okay, maybe he's gonna go into some traps here. And then at this point, this is too much of a threat. Plus this. So yeah, maybe we should have done this, but I didn't have a next move here. Check's coming. Yeah, probably should have done this, but it didn't really matter because he had that anyway. Undefeated, like I said. Alright, we're gonna play the undefeated. Never lost with it in my life. Okay, so this g3 move. Ooh, okay, so the knight wants to go here, and then perhaps bishop f4. Trying to think of like the most annoying way to play. Can't think of anything too special. He goes here. I feel like that's not a good move. Okay, let's go here. Clearly he might want to put a knight on f4, but I think our position will get pretty good here. Yeah, we're not going to take it. g5 for now benefits him, but we're working towards it. In fact, I can almost play it now. Yeah, we'll hold off. g5 is coming, though. Ooh, okay, g5's happening now. I don't know what that move is, but you were going to get mated, my friend. There's no way we can let moves like that slide. Let's go here because I don't want him... I know he can't even play f3, but I don't even want him to think about playing f3. I mean, he's just so dead. The h-file, it's going to be some kind of death. Could be fast, could be slow. There's going to be some sort of problem here. Okay, so I think we do this. Put the rook on h1 and then play g4 and just plant the pawn on f3. Is that enough? Well, he should have played that first. Now it's just over. Should have played knight g1 first. And then I would have had to play rook h1 and then queen d1. Alright. Oh, this guy has a name of a gambit. Hopefully we don't run into it. I've got my own gambit. Here it is. Hope you like it. Notice how he's gonna have trouble developing this bishop, so I think we just take it. Yeah. This bishop is very uncomfortable in this position, I think. Not easy to play for him. This is the whole point of our position. Like, you can't develop that thing. b4, knight d7, rook c1, queen b7. Definitely wants to put that there. Huh? Okay. Long castles is a hilarious move. Like, sometimes they say, you know, oh, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. This guy wasn't even thinking one move ahead. He was like 0.5 ply. I truly don't know. So it takes queen b7. We definitely don't want to trade the queens here, but we still want to mate him, so... How to do? I think just this, and just keep the queen on. Nothing more uncomfortable than this. Oh, he just runs. For some reason, I didn't expect that. Knight b5 looks good. I'm gonna start with this move. If he takes it, he opens up the rook there, which I think will be really helpful. You should be mated here. Yeah, yeah, let's just start with this. Because if the queen wants to cover c6, he has to go to c8, but then queen here. And basically the king will be forced here somewhere, and I'll have some discover check, I think. That's the plan, at least. Here, and then sack. Hey, it's a pretty good move. It avoids checkmate in 3. I think we just take that. Okay. Check. I think actually queen at f7 will be decent here. Let's do this one. We can take on c5 if knight e5. Alright, ended with a nice checkmate there. Take the 21. 2100 with the new look, the new openings. I don't know what that gambit was, but I think our gambit worked instead of his gambit. I'm telling you guys, this opening right here, the zebra, sack that e-pawn, get the quick push with the pawn, and after f4 they go back knight here, and they can't develop the damn bishop. It's so annoying. Like, this is so frustrating. I don't know what to recommend. Black's just significantly worse here.